Welcome back to the channel. My name is Abon. Welcome back to Local to Global with Europa FC on FM22. And today we have the Champions League second qualifying round. And we've got a really tough tie. We're against the champions of Greece. We're against Olympiakos. So I'm not expecting us to do amazing things here. I'm expecting us to be beaten pretty heavily here, to be honest. As always, if you're enjoying the series, drop a like on the video, leave comments, all that stuff. Subscribe if you haven't, or if you're new. Let's see what happens here. I'm not expecting much, but let's give it our best shot, shall we? So last time we defeated Linfield, we had a 4-1 win in Northern Ireland, really impressive performance. And then at home, first time in almost a year that we failed to win a match. So we got through to round 2, where we now have Olympiacos, and we do possibly have an opponent for the third round if we somehow get through. We'll take on either Karabag again, or Bohemians of Ireland. And I'm not sure if the losing sides will face each other, because the losing sides now go into the Europa League. It looks like that has been drawn. Yes, so the losing teams will then face each other in the Europa League. Bohemians are the champions of Ireland. I don't think they'll get through that, so I imagine we'll face them. If not, we'll get another game against Karabag, and they beat us pretty comfortably last season if we go back. They knocked us out of the Europa Conference League. We've actually made a signing as well. This is Luke O'Neill. He's a 32-year-old defender. So he's been playing in the Football League in England for well over a decade. And yeah, I think a few people might recognise who he is. We've brought him in. He was a free agent after being released by Sheffield Wednesday. And at 32, he's not especially quick, but looks like, you know, probably the best defender we have on our team. Of course, we're not going to be here for much longer. We're going to be leaving Europa once the European stuff's come to an end. But, you know, if we manage to win at least one qualifying match either in the Champions League or the Europa League or the Conference League, then we will be in a group stage of some sort this season. So all we need to do is win one tie to get that. And first up is Olympiacos, which we're probably going to lose, but let's give it our best shot. I'm not going to go cautious or defensive, but I'm going to start unbalanced. I'm not going to change anything else. I think we need to just play our game and hope for the best. O'Neill's not quite registered for this, though. We didn't quite get him in time. So let's send this team out. And let's see what we can do against the Greek champions, Olympiakos. I wonder if they have any players that we might recognise. They actually do have a few players that you might recognise. Vasalko, multiple caps for Croatia. I'm not going to go for a gesture. I'm going to go for the no pressure, because I don't think there is any pressure on us here today. We'll just see what we can do. And I think from the off as well, we're going to go for a no pressure shout. And just have fun with the game, guys. Like, you know, we're probably not going to get through this, but just have fun with the game. We've done well to get this far. I think we did well to actually knock out Linfield. They had a really bad day, I think, in their home leg. But this one, I think, is going to be probably a step too far for us. Easily the best side we've faced in this series so far. And yeah, they're coming forward here from the off, Olympiacos, and there's a really good block there by Bennett, but Abraham's there, and they've taken, well, just 30 seconds to score, Olympiacos. Vasalko with the ball. Managed to get the cross away with the right foot. Linson, a fantastic block by Bennett, but it just fell, fortunately, for Abraham. And Olympiacos are leading within a minute. I just don't want it to be too embarrassing. Like, we're probably going to lose both legs, but let's try and make it, you know, a bit competitive and see what we can do. I'm going to go for an encourage now after we've had a bit of time gone. But Olympiacos dominating possession. They're getting their shots away. I think we're going to have to, yeah, we have got to shoot on sight. I know they crosses on. Just hope for the best, I think. But I think we're going to end up with a very one-sided score here. But we have got the ball in their half here. And it's a cross by Bennett. It's headed down by Brooks. And Olympiacos passing the ball and playing it out. Goes long, but headed forward by Hernandez. Here's Hawks. Ironside's through and goal here. And oh, it's a finish. It's in. Joe Ironside scores. I did not think that was going in. I thought that was going off target. And it was moving so slowly. But it's gone in, and it's 1-1. 28th minute of the game. Clearance forward only went as far as Hernandez. Hawks with the ball to Olivero. And then Ironside with a finish. I thought it was going wide, but it's beaten the goalkeeper and gone in. You know, let's try and avoid defeat in one of these legs. If we could get a draw or win in this first leg, I'd be satisfied with that. I'd be happy with that. And we go in a half-time 1-1. I think that's a good scoreline. I think this is a very hard game for us, and I think we've done very well there. I'm going to say no pressure again. and go into the second half and do the same thing. But just go for a no pressure, because there isn't any pressure. And if we get a draw here, I think that's a really good result. I really don't see us getting through in the second leg. Bottom of the corner here, though. And Ironside, a header. Oh, that must have been a foul, surely. It is. Yeah, no, it's a penalty. Crankshaw's going to chance here with 10 minutes gone in the second half to put EUROPA in front. He shot it straight at the goalkeeper. There's a couple of penalties now that Crankshaw's missed. I think in back-to-back games. So it might be time to let someone else take some penalties. But yeah, great start to their game again here. Crankshaw with a corner kick. It's headed away by the experienced Vasalko. There's a lot of international experience in this side. A lot of experience. But Hernandez with a volley, but it's blocked by Olother. Vasalko with the ball back again here. Morales with a cross. Linson's there at the near post. Brian Linson scores for Olympiacos, and it is 2-1. But I think we can be proud of our efforts in this game. I think we've done quite well. But Olympiacos doing well there to keep the ball. Vasalko holding it up well. Finds Morales, and the cross was good. And Linson beat Russell to the ball. Okay, about 15 minutes to go. Let's make some changes. Borge's going to replace Ironside. Morton is going to be replaced by Charsley. It's 2 changes, I think. 84 minutes gone. Bennett here with a throw in Olympiakos' half. Andrew Hernandez. Bennett with a cross. Borge with a header just off target. I think a good effort by our guys. I think a valiant effort. But it's going to be a 2-1 defeat at home against Olympiakos. But I was expecting such a heavier defeat. Oh, and it's deflected in. And there's a third late on here. And it's Linton again. Abraham with the volley, and it took a deflection. I think that's unfortunate for us. Really unfortunate. I think that was a valiant effort by our players there. We got a goal from Ironside. We had a chance to take the lead with a penalty, but unfortunately Crankshaw was a poor penalty by him. And then Linson with a brace in the second half. But you did yourselves proud. I think that was a great effort. Karabag were 3-1 winners over Bohemians, who went down to 9 men. With 2 red cards there, so it looks like Karabag will be going through. So it looks like we are going to be taking on Bohemians in the Europa League, and we've beaten the Northern Irish champions. You know, it looks like we're going to be up against the champions of the Republic of Ireland. Okay, we have ourselves another signing. It's Clements. It's not Kieran Clements from Tunbridge, unfortunately. It's Bailey Clements, who is on loan for the season from Oldham Athletic. He is a left back. He's 23, and he looks pretty solid. Going to be a sort of maybe a regular left back. I think Olivero and Clements will sort of share that role between them. He looks pretty solid. He's got decent physicals. Mentally, he's determined. He's got good positioning, decent work rate. His technique's all right. His crossing's not too bad either at 11. Hawks has had a few poor games, so I'm actually going to take him out. Going to move Anthony Hernandez to left wing. O'Neill and Clements not registered, so not quite ready yet to make their debut. This is what we're going to go with. Let's hope for a miracle. But I think we're going to get beaten pretty badly here. Once again, we're going to go for the no pressure team talk and just hope for a miracle here. Again, no pressure in the shouts. That didn't work too well, I guess, because we are 3-1 down. So maybe an encourage would have been better there. But Olympiacos with a free kick here. With 9 minutes played. This is easily the biggest ground we're played in so far as well. Rather with a free kick and let's hit the crossbar. Okay, and encourage has worked a lot better. But let's see what happens in the second leg. We managed to get through almost half an hour without conceding so far, and that's pretty good for us. Eliza with another free kick. This one's about 30 yards out, though, and it's easily headed away by Russell. Just pack the middle of the pitch, I'd say. Maybe, I don't know, stay narrow. Don't give away penalties. That really doesn't help. Sama is on a yellow already as well. I think he was lucky not to get a second one there. But Olympiacos with a penalty here. 32 minutes coming up. It's Olauda that's on it, and it's in. Olympiacos 1, Europa 0 on the night, 4-1 on aggregate, and maybe more goals to come, but we've kept them quiet so far. All right, let's go into our instructions. I'm going to try and force them inside and stop them from crossing, because that's kind of where they came from. So I'm going to go for a wider defensive line. Okay, last minute of the first half. A long goal kick by Bauman, but Russell does well with a header. Here's Oliveira, one of 2 players on yellow cards. And he's keeping the ball here, Ironside. Hernandez playing at left wing today. And it's a good ball over the top for Ironside. Controls it. And he's tried to chip the goalkeeper. And it's gone a bit too much over the bar. We're 4-1 down on aggregate. And he's trying to chip the goalkeeper. I admire that. Wait, but Ironside's through here. Is it going to be a... It's not going to be a goal. Jesus Christ. Joe, come on. But you know what? Possession's not too bad. We've had shots. We've had chances. Not too disappointed by how we're done here. Crankshaw's very tired, so we're going to get him off as we approach an hour. I think it's going to have to be Charsley on the right. And we're going to bring on Morton in midfield. Lloyd Dithay headed out by Hernandez. Good block there. Charsley. Hernandez to Vinícius Cruz. Here's Anthony Hernandez. Ironside. That was a really poor pass. He didn't really have any options there, but that was not a good one at all. He would have been better just trying to hold that up. We should get to this first. Well done, Sammer. And Banda with it forward again here. Costa, Linson. Olather. Again, try and keep them narrow. We don't want them getting crosses away, really. I want to try and keep them narrow. Abraham. Oh, good block there by Sammer. Get the ball away. Thank you. Vinícius Cruz does well, but again, not cleared too far. We just can't seem to get the ball away at the moment. Lloyd Dithay to Olather. Manages to get forward from, I think, left back. And finds the cross. And good header there by Oliveira. Good clearance. But again, we just can't seem to get it away at the moment. Vasalco. Olympiacos just keep coming. The cross. Olather gets it. Morales. Costa. Brought down by Hernandez. No foul. We've won the ball cleanly there. And now Hernandez to Morton. That's the end of it. No counter there, unfortunately. I'm going to get Sammer off because I'm a bit worried about sendings off maybe. Charsley also is getting very tired, so he's going to come off. And Hawks is going to come on. 5 minutes to go. I think we've done remarkably to keep this at 1-0 on the night, though. I think we've had a really good effort over these 2 legs. And to only be 4-1 down on aggregate. To only be 5-1 down on aggregate. I actually think that's quite a decent effort by us. I think we did really well in the first leg. And here, we've given them a game. I don't think we've created too much chance-wise, but we've had some shots on target. Just 2-0 at the other ends. I thought this would be a much heavier scoreline. We haven't played especially well, but I thought this would be a much heavier scoreline than it was, and I'm actually quite pleased. 2-0 on the night, a 5-1 win on aggregate. I don't think we can be too disappointed about how we're done there. That was I think they were overwhelming favourites, Olympiacos. And over the 2 legs, I thought we had a really good effort. So, who are we going to be facing in the Europa League? Bohemians. Karabakh did lose 1-0 in Ireland, but a 3-2 win on aggregate sees the Azerbaijanis go through to the Champions League. They'll take on Olympiacos. We've got Bohemians in the Europa League. Irish champions, Airtricity League. I've been watching a lot of Irish football on Football Manager. Second Yellow Card's been streaming with a Treaty, who aren't in the top league in Ireland. They must be in the league below. So where are Ireland now in the coefficients? Where are they sitting right now? I'm being blind and I can't see the Republic. They're lower than Northern Ireland. I really didn't think they would be. That's kind of surprised me that they're lower than Northern Ireland. I actually thought they'd be higher, but there you go. We might be able to win this then. I think we've got a chance of getting through, and if we win this one, or if we lose this one and then win the next tie, we will be in the group stages of Europe this season. We won't find out the playoff draws until we've done it, so we're not going to find out who it's going to be after that. But I think we've got a chance of maybe getting something there. I think we can maybe get through, and if we do, then we're going to be guaranteed at least a Europa Conference League group stage. And I think that's fantastic. Gibraltar actually did have a team represent them this season in the Europa Conference League, Lincoln Red Imps, but I think they lost all 6 games. But, you know, we've got a chance of some Europa Conference League football going into like September and October and November. I think we've got a chance of actually winning in the tie against Bohemians, the Irish champions. We can actually maybe get something there. Anyway, that is going to do it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, drop a like down below, leave comments. They are the best ways to support the channel. If you haven't done so already, or if you're new, then subscribe, turn notifications on. And next time, Bohemians. A really interesting tie, and I think one that we could win. I think Bohemians are a side that we can beat. So we will give it our best shot next time and see what happens. I think Linfield, I don't know what happened in their first leg, but they were dreadful. The second leg was a bit tougher, so I think it's going to be a tough one, but I think we can beat these guys. So we're going to give it a shot next time. For now, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.